welcome back to my channel. In this video we'll be looking at a very important CSS property called, called the font family. So let's get started. So I've opened my Visual Studio here. This is my Visual Studio and I've written my HTML elements, and this is my preview. I'll be using the internal CSS styling, which is written in the head section. I'll type this style. My Visual Studio code comes with my auto complete, so it will create the opening and the closing tag. Like we said, we have different way by which we can target our HTML element in order to style it. So I want to use the universal selector for the body. So the property we are talking about is font. The font family. You can see we have the font family. So within this font family, so we have different font family. We have the serif, we have the sans serif, the cursive, the fantasy, and the monospace. What are font? Font are the virtual way by which we represent our text, and they are very important. So let's practicalize the first one. Remember, this is the property, while what will be here will be called the value. So now let's use this serif. You can see how the serif looks like. It has at the end of the letter, you can see a curve or a mark. This serif. So apart from this, we also have other property within the font. We have the font size. The size can be in pixel, it can be in points. We can put px stands for pixel, this 20 pixel. We can make it 10 pixel and the rest. So another property is the font width. You can see the width. The width can be from 100 to 900. The boldest is 900, while the lightest is 100. We can choose within any of these. Choose within any of these. Another property, still within the font family, let's just play. We can see the style again. We can see font style, front display, the variants. There are many more, but basically we'll be using some are very famous that we do use, like these three. They are very important. Then we can also put the font style. It can be italic, it can be normal. So italic, let's put italic. You can see how the appearance looks like. You can see a font family is a group of fonts that share similar design characteristics but may vary in width, in style, or in size. You can remember font size, font width, font style, and the font family. So this for the serif. Let's change it to the sans serif. You can see how it looks like is actually different. What about cursive? Let's put cursive. See the look. So you can just within your videos to just put any one you want so that you will just see how it is. Fancy, see how it looks like. So the font is very, very important in building your website. Your choice of font is very, very important. It dictates how the your user will see review your website. You can't use this kind of, you there's a way you will use this, but looking at building a website like this, it's not going to look even attractive. Even if I change the background property, let me change the background color. Let me into this. I'll change the background so that we can see how it actually appears. Let me reduce the size to 15 pixel so you can see how it is. I wanted to see the done. So let's try another font family. Let's use the mono space. You can see mono space. Then let me put normal here. Normal. You can see how it looks like. It even looks more beautiful and more attractive. I think I prefer this for this, but it depends on what you are building. It depends. Are you building a website that tells story? Depending on what you are building, that's when you choose which of the family you will go with. And again, let's see over here with the font family. Good. Okay, let me go back. Yes, please. Before we even put this monos, let me just no serif. So you can see apart from serif, there are other font family that are available, and you may not see the one that you want. Perhaps if you are using a Windows and you're using a Mac, the way your there are some fonts that may be in with Windows and it may not be in Mac. But if you want all your if you want your website to have a specific font, irrespective of if the user is making use of Windows or Mac, you can also do what they call embedding, font embedding. That means that you can go and bring out a font. So let's do that now. So I will go back to my browser. I'll click on Google Font. So we have different fonts here. I think we have up to more than different up to more than 1000 font families. More than 1000 font families that we can see. Let me reduce it a little. More than 1000. Let's go to the top. Let me reduce the thing. We have different font families here. Good. And you can just click on any one that you want. Good. Or you may not know the font that you don't you not know the name, and you just went online, you saw a particular, you went to your Google font, and you saw a particular font that you may be interested in. You can just click on it. Let me go back again. Good. Maybe I may decide that, oh, I prefer this particular font. Let me look for something I may like. let's scroll down. Okay, let me pick this one. So what you do is just click on it. I've clicked on it. I will go to this place and click on get fonts. I've clicked on this. So you see get embedded code. So I'll click on this embedded code. So what this embedded code will provide me are two things. So it will provide me with the link to this font, and this link I'm going to copy it and put it in the head section of my code. You can see it right here, the head tag. So I'll copy it, then go back to my Visual Studio, then go to my head section. This is the head section. The head section. Within the head section, I'll put it there. I'll Control V is paste. Control V. So I've already pasted it. So now I'll go back to my code again. I'll go back to it because we require two things. Now, yeah. So this is the style that is applied. So this is the style. So this is the CSS style. We'll write it. We'll put it in our internal CSS. You can see this dot sign. This dot sign stands for class. So I can actually create a class called this. You get it? I can create a class called this. So let me just copy this code. I've copied the code. Now let me go back to my studio. Good. Good. So I've copied it. So where will I place it? It will be in my inside my style sheets. So go think text so that we know which one is the children and which one is the parent. So I'll press good. So now let's go back to our code again. Okay, they said the way use a value from 400 to this. Use a unique, okay, or describe the class name. Good. This is actually commented out. So let's go back to our code. Good. So I'm going to give it a value of 500. So I want to comment this out. Let me comment this out. I've commented it out so that this other one can take effect. So I want to create a class with this name. I want to create a class with this name. Create a class called dance scripts. Yeah, you can see that the style has been applied, and you can see the Google font already gave us the CSS style that was applied, the font family, the font optical sizing, the font width, the font style. We can just still add color, background color. Let's just add background color to this. Background color. Which color should we use? The color called tomato. Let me see it to appear. No background image, background color. We don't have any background color. Good, good. You can see how it looks like. So this will be all concerning the front property. This is the property and this is the value. This is what they call embedding font, embedded from using the Google fonts. So the Google font will always give us the style that has already been applied. So please, if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe so that you get notification on other videos. Thank you.